I'd like to appeal to each and every one of us. Everyone here is a leader. Please, all this money we're talking about, we can't make it in a hostile environment. Let's go back to our basis. Let's encourage our relations, our cousins, our children, whoever we can influence. Let them come out the mouth and vote in the next election. That is the So the answer to that question is that is the reason why Nigeria is where we are today. Because everybody keeps saying my vote does not count. Don't tell me somebody said. Don't tell me somebody said, are you now the speaker for this Sunday? This is where you get question and answer time. So wait for question and answer, then you can ask the question. But for now, let me quickly say that if we have this mentality that our vote does not count, this nation will keep going on that. And let me make this clear. This nation is the way it is because somehow we've been misled by our leaders. Can I have one room, please? One room, please. We're having too many distractions going on at the same time. We are very happy because we believe everything is spiritual. Prayer. And so long as I can remember, right when I was young, we were praying for Nigeria. And nothing has changed, indicating that prayer is not what we need. We need more than prayer to change this nation. And so please appeal to all of you. Go back to your constituency and encourage everybody you can encourage. Please come out en masse and vote. Don't only vote. Wait for your vote to be counted. And that is the biggest problem because many people vote and go home. And then the politicians invade those polling unit agents and they start manipulating figures. But wait for your vote to be counted. This time around, we have and we are hoping. Also, Mr. Obande to take this microphone very soon. I don't need your whispering anymore, you're distracting me. Please stay and let your vote be counted. Because when you leave, they go and they bribe all of those people. Have you seen, if you have stayed during the last election, by the time the presidential one was over, when we went to the second round, many people did not show up. And if you had many polling units, you would have noticed that politicians were hanging around. And when people vote and go, you now leave them the opportunity to go and invade those agents and give them money. And the result is that they manipulate the figures. This time around, we are hoping that after the election, we'll stay, the vote be counted, and it will be uploaded on IRF. There's a parallel IRF this time around. They will have their own, and we will have our own. So everybody is snapping. And, let's go up. And as it goes on, CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, they won't be watching it. Let us see how they will do it overnight. We're trusting God that there will be change. Let's start praying. Praying is good, but let's do more than praying. Let's come out and let's vote. Prayer cannot change this nation because God will not vote. God will not vote, and your prayers will not count during the election. Either will not count your prayer votes. So you need to come out and vote and encourage people to vote. There's too many misunderstanding going on, and that's why we are where we are. They told us that politics is for dirty people. And then the church now left it for the dirty people. And if the dirty people have invaded it now, the same church is trying. So let's begin to correct those errors. Jammering does not change the narrative. And some of us are telling that don't come back, it's not safe, it's not safe. It will not change the narrative. And this will keep going back until we decide to take the destiny of this nation in our hands. So I'd like to encourage everybody, please go back to your constituency, encourage as many people as you can. Don't see your vote will not count. That's a defeatist mentality. Our vote must count. It must count. The Bible says, I haven't done all the time. Stand therefore. It didn't count last time, so what? Let's start again, and it must count this time. I thank you, and I'll move on straight to my message. Let me quickly thank my leader, DC Emeritus. Is not just my leader. You want to pass? Please do. It's not just my leader. He's a friend, he's a brother, and he's a father. If you want to clap, please clap for him now. He's been a model, and I've been walking on his footsteps to see how God can help us to improve. And we so much credit to him. Some of the things I own today, God has used him as an instrument to help me acquire those things. Where my office is today, I bought the land from him. And not just that land, the next land to it, and then to acquire it, it was the one around I said, I need money. Then it was the bank manager, one of the directors of one of these microfinance banks. And they gave me money without any collateral. No collateral. And that was many years ago. Well, it also goes to the point. The point is that you need to be faithful. I'll start by defining this term. What is financial planning? Financial planning is all the 20 he has said now. I don't want to repeat many of the things he has said, but all the grammar is simple. That financial planning is giving your money a purpose today so that you can have a secure and meaningful tomorrow. And that scripture in Proverbs 21 verse 5 says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty counts only poverty. So you can have plans, but if you're not diligent, it will never lead to abundance. So you need to be diligent. Despite the fact that you have plans, you must be diligent. He has spoken a lot about saving. What the Buffett has said, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. So there's a need for us to save. Very, very important. This whole thing is centered around the issue of stewardship. Stewardship. Moreover, 1 Corinthians 4 verse 2 says, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. The problem with this country and why things are not working is that there are no faithful people. Many people are unfaithful. You employ people, they want to take over your business, just on your back, travel. They want to rent the business. But faithful people everywhere. We arrived in Nigeria early in the week, and just to take taxi, Uber, boats. To my wife, I don't want to call my driver, I don't want to call any of the drivers. Let's just take boat to go to the house. And she ordered for the boat. And suddenly, while we were going, she noticed that she cannot see the ride on the map anymore. And they asked the driver what's happening. He said he went off the map. I said, how can you go off the map? He said, those people have been collecting so much money, I want to make some of the money. I said, so you are using their app to get us, and yet you don't want them to get their commission. That's the level of unfaithfulness in this country. I said, how do you think you yourself will prosper? You're killing some other person's business. And that brings me to the next point. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. That's Luke 16 verse 10. And I read what I said. And if you have not been trustworthy with someone else's property, who will give you your property? And verse 13 says, no servant can serve two masters. Either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. See the way Jesus Christ equates money. He said that after God, it's not Satan, it's money. That's how powerful Jesus Christ equates money. He didn't say you cannot serve both God and Satan. No. God and money. So money is a very powerful topic. And I hope to listen, we'll take some of the points that have been raised here and we'll run with it. And basically, what is this topic all about? It's about how to aim, work with excellence. It just spoke about people not being faithful. Financial plan is about aiming. It's also about manage. You handle with wisdom what you have aimed. Many people make money, but they squander it. And they're asking God for breakthrough. And in the financial equation, the prayer does not have a role. I'm be shocked some of you. God will not give you all that you pray for. God certainly will not give you. He will only give you what you can handle. When you cannot manage something, you can't plan with it. God, it's like my little daughter told me to say that I need a private jet. It's madness. Why would I give her? If I have resources, why would I give her that kind of thing? Because you'll kill the person. So God will not give you one of the things you're asking for. So you must understand that there's a place for you and there's a place for God. But when it comes to money, let's take away prayers. Let's use wisdom. Somebody says, don't say take away prayers. There's a place for prayer. But honestly, in that equation for money, you need wisdom, financial intelligence. There are people who have prayed in churches for years, and every day you go to church, you say, God bless you, and they answer amen. Let your amen be louder. The louder your amen, the more the money is coming. They are still broke, and they have been broke for more than 50 years, and they are still shouting amen. It shows that amen is not what you need. You need financial intelligence. So please, and as we speak now, I'm shaking some of your theology, and you say, this man is going against the scripture. I'm not going against the scripture. You need to have financial intelligence. Because sometimes we must know that we are going to preach in All Saints Chapel. All Saints Chapel is a church inside the University of Benin. And when I was done, the chaplain asked me a question. He says, where is the place for rapture? Jesus Christ is not coming soon. And I looked at him and I said, of course, you asked the wrong person. This question you have asked is the wrong person, but I must give the right answer. I said, so long as I know, right from when I was a child, you've been told that Jesus Christ is coming soon, rapture is coming, rapture is coming. But the same Jesus Christ says, I can't until I come. Why is it that you're focusing on rapture? I said, you that is telling me about rapture now. The last time I checked, you have a school. And as I check again, you got another school that is not going to you're expanding. Why don't you wait for rapture? We must have wisdom because our theology, our religious system has made us foolish. The many people have become so heavily conscious that they are heavily useless. And it's time for us to correct those mentalities. And so please, when we keep talking like this, Christians should pay attention. And let's work with this quickly. The other aspect of this topic is multiply. How do you multiply? Invest with purpose and protect. Secure what you have. Some of us have spent years working and we just lose it. You just lose all your money. Some of us are not making impact with the money we make. Some of us are keep acquiring. We don't know we're going to die very soon. We think we live forever. You want someone to touch a break and really take a break from one of these things and really reappraise and say, what impact am I going to make? Who am I going to influence? Buying property here, buying property there is good. But too much money is also too much soap. You can feel that Dangote is sleeping well. As much as we praise Dangote, I don't think he's sleeping very well. Just imagine the small level where you are, imagine the number of calls you receive from your relation, from your uncle. Imagine the people who are calling Dangote. Governors, presidents. He has to take those calls himself, not PA, some levels. So that is food, but we must learn to balance it. Am I communicating this morning? We must learn to balance it. And so let me say that money is something that people think that, my leader said, they think it's for the people who are dubious. No. I got the property in Asaba, the big Millennium property. And a body contact with the lady. And I discovered that this country, people are just swimming in money. And she says to me, you can ask her to help me, develop the property. And she's one of developing one. She's developing 7 at the same time. 7 at the same time. She bought 20. She's not stealing. She has a hotel. 2 hotels in Abuja. She says every month, 50 million from one, the other one 30 million. Then she has rental apartments, over 107 rental apartments. So every day, money is sitting in her account. So there's excess money she doesn't want to do. All people need to keep buying property and buying. So there are people who, if they stop working, they will not suffer any hunger. I was talking to another friend yesterday, and she said, the property I was living in VGC, she jackpot. She has a property in VGC, she sold it and bought another one in Bottom Function, another estate nearby. And she says she bought 3, one for 100 million, another one for 100 million, another one for 70 million. And she's getting rent, 10 million from one, the other one 10 million, and the other one she just left it for herself. And she said, how much do I really eat? How much does she eat? She left because her children are not here, her children are abroad. So she needed a companion, she doesn't have a husband. They are divorced. And she needed a companion and she needed to be near her children. She said, I go to Ross, all this supermarket in abroad. Once a week, just to be in the social security system. If not, she doesn't need the money. There are people who have achieved these things that some of us are struggling for. But it's about planning. So let's apply wisdom. You must know your numbers. Number one, I call that, that's actually number one. You must know your numbers. You cannot manage what you do not measure. You must know what is coming in, what is going out. They said all of that. What you owe, who owns you, and what you owe. What is your cash flow position? Some of us we are over 70. At this age where you are, for some of us, understand that property is good, but what you need more is cash flow. Because if you're sick now, you go to the pharmacy, you want to buy a drug, you won't say, I have a land, so place. Please give me a drug, I will pay.